you love to read but have a hard time deciding what to read next? Do you love to browse through bookstores and libraries but find yourself having a hard time finding the time to go? If you love nonfiction, if you're an autodidact, then you're in the right place, because I'm going to introduce you to a book that will keep you awash in great reading materials for years to come, if not forever. Hi there, I'm Linda Maxey, also known as Library Lynn. Plenty of YouTube channels are available to give you advice on what to read to up your game in life. These channels are great. Two I've watched are Ali Abdaal and Book Lab with Born. They can help you understand how to start a business or how to function better in life with your relationships, whatever, and that's a wonderful thing. And I'll cover books like that occasionally on this channel too. But this channel is primarily for people who want to educate themselves on all sorts of topics, from art history to war. And the inspiration came from this book, Library Lynn's curated collection of superlative nonfiction. How did I discover this book? I didn't. I wrote it. I used to hear that if you wanted to write a book, you should write one that you would want to read yourself. And from the time I was a kid, I've wanted to know about everything. That's why I think I decided to be a librarian when I grew up. That way, I will always have access to lots of information on everything. And I also love to read books about books. After retiring from my job as a librarian, I put these two interests together to create this book. I went through 65 lists of recommended and award-winning books going back to 1920. Then I divided those titles into the Dewey Decimal System with the kind permission of the OCLC, and I tried to balance out the titles I included. So I limited myself to only 10 titles per Dewey subcategory, and I could also add up to 10 biographies in each. There were potentially 1,000 categories that I could use. Here are the 10 main divisions. As you can see, I used the 10 main Dewey divisions to create my table of contents. If there was a title that seemed at all useful, I tried to include it. Because I wanted the book to be a reasonable size to carry, so I could make it like a portable library, I had to cut some excellent books, and that was a real bummer. But I took those books and started adding them to my website blog. You can find my blog, the Nonfiction section, at librarylynn.com. I'll leave a link to that below. The books are arranged by subject areas, and you may find some forgotten but excellent titles there. Let me show you just a few pages from my book. The first chapter is on general knowledge, and it has all sorts of things on books, on libraries, on museums, on journalism. The next chapter, Philosophy and Psychology, is exactly what it sounds like. There are a lot of books on philosophy and psychology of all sorts. The religion chapter has all sorts of things on religion of all sorts from all over the world. And the social sciences is a very interesting section. There are too many things to name in this video, but one of the sections that you can look at is the law section. In language, there are all sorts of books on, you could imagine, dictionaries and foreign languages and how to use words correctly. And natural science has all sorts of things on all sorts of natural science topics like physics and chemistry and paleontology and biology. And then there are the useful sciences and technology. And here is one page from that chapter. It covers a lot of topics, everything from business management to medicine. The 700s has information on arts and recreation. So you can imagine there are a lot of great things there on how to make things with crochet or make jewelry, all sorts of hobbies, painting, photography, music, and sports. The literature chapter tends to be very popular with book readers. It's about excellent written literature from all over the world. And the final chapter is a very big one. It's geography, biography, and history, although biographies can go anywhere. It has ancient history, it has books on travel, and it has books on the history from all over the world. So as you can see, there's a little bit of everything in this book. If you're a book lover or you have a book lover in your life, I think this would be an excellent book for you to try. As I say in the book's introduction, this book is meant to be a springboard to other reading that you would find interesting. So if you find a subtopic in the book that you think is interesting, use that subheading to search for other books in your local library or your bookstore or online. and also try to find books by the same author on different topics. Since writing this book, I've been buying up books that I've discovered from doing my research on it. You've been seeing piles of my treasures throughout this video. I was thrilled when my book got a starred review in the Blue Ink Reviews section on the September 15th, 2022 edition of Booklist magazine. So if you learned to read, what are you waiting for? Check out my book today. You'll find links to my book below. You'll also find a link to my website. You can sign up for my booklet of the past year's award winners absolutely free. I'll update this year's list in April. If you sign up now and get the old one, no worries. Everyone on my email list gets the new one as soon as it comes out. I'm working on the new one right now. You'll also get my reproducible Nonfiction Lovers reading journal. Just print the pages, place them in a notebook, and you're good to go. Even better, every month you'll also receive my email newsletter, Lynn's Top 10. I'll send you 10 subject-specific books, all with excellent reputations. Reading nonfiction can do so much to improve your life. To find out how, check out my video here. So that's what you'll find in my book. Do you have any questions? Do you have any recommendations for outstanding nonfiction books for me? If you do, leave a comment below. Until next time, happy reading.